And I want to say very explicitly, we're at the Endowments looking for opportunities to get smarter at how this community does movements like he's talking about. So if you've got ideas, let us know about them. I love his idea of a book club. I think we should take him up on it, and we'll send out a notice about that convening, and if you're interested, be there. Bill, I want to thank you for being the co-conspirator in all of this from the very beginning. Actually, you and Andre, and I think it says something about Pittsburgh that we're willing to have this conversation on an ongoing basis.
Well, right back, thank you to Andre Heinz, who Thank you. I think we would both agree that any proposal would have to be something that went through the P4 principles.
I think that's exactly right. And I would just say, in the spirit of awake listening that I invited you all into yesterday, these are exactly the right questions. So we appreciate you putting them on the table. And we agree that those concerns are consistent with the P4 principles. And I think as far as we're concerned, we would want to make sure that Pittsburgh remains true to those principles, whatever the outcome of this process.
And whatever proposal should come in the future from other companies as well. And also to those that are engaging youth into this, thank you as well. There's a lot of complacency that has happened over the past decade, and you can see the energy in elections that are happening today, and there's a lot of talented youth in this city that are now engaged on local issues, not just federal issues. But I also wanted to thank you, because it was Andre Heinz who got behind this immediately, saw the need for Pittsburgh to learn of what's happening in the rest of the world, and for us to be able to start telling our story of what's happening on a grassroots level that other people can follow as well. And you've stayed committed to that. It's now 5 years and it's continuing. We've been able to get some accomplishments as we're going through this benchmark, but this is a long journey. And it's a journey that has to happen as Pittsburgh transitions. There's also some other people I want to thank. Could any of the folks from city government or the Heinz Endowment stand up, the staffs of these two organizations? Please stand up. Okay, can any of the staff from the mayor's office or Heinz Endowments that isn't at the bar already, please stand up. Thank you. To the working relationship that you guys have created and the willingness to expand it and include everyone, I just want to personally say thank you. It's great to work with all of you, and there's, again, a lot of young talent that we've been able to tap in this.
There have been some amazing things said at this conference. You know, I think Henry's notion of needing to trust people with our sacred things is a fairly powerful takeaway for a community that is wrestling with precisely the sort of questions that our protesters raised, how we engage a community. Angela Blanchard's lovely notion of, and kind of comic notion of people complaining about how their community would be so much better if they had different people. And really, you know, I laughed the first time she said that, but you hear that over and over and over again, and I think we are all so grateful for the people that we have, and this is our community, and we need to fight for it and engage in it to the best of our ability, and love and trust the people who are in it, and see if we can unleash their power and their movements to the full extent that we can. Mustafa Ali has spoken with me, and I don't know if he's still in the house, but he asked if he can come back to convene a group of leaders to talk about the sort of issues that he put on the table. So we are going to be doing that. We'll be doing Henry's book club. We'll be looking for other opportunities to engage the speakers again in the ongoing work of what's happening in Pittsburgh. But I would also point out that the whole point of today, in part, is to say that the work of doing this belongs to each of you as well. And I'll be really curious to see, you know, right now we're at the stage where everybody's head hurts. You got that sort of feeling of having too many tabs open in your mental browser. But I'll be really curious to hear how you process all of this in the days and weeks to come, and would love to hear from you. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you to everyone who helped make P4 possible. Have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to what we'll create together. Bill?
Thank you. Thank you for participating.